Okay, so after adding that guy to my Facebook, it didn't last long. Okay, so let me tell you what happened. I forgot what day I added him, but it lasted only a couple days. But this is what happened. Okay, now throughout the months, he has never made a comment on my wife's Facebook at all. Not even liked any of her statuses. But yet, when I looked at his page, I could see, even before I added him, I was looking at his page ever since I found out who he was. And she liked many things. And I saw where he actually made he would copy and paste a picture, some kind of words, if you don't treat your woman right, some other man will come along and show her the way you should have, those kind of things. And she liked them. Okay, she liked them. And on some other comments, she put, laugh, that's funny, or that's gross, because he's got a kind of a gross sense of humor. Um, anyway, she did that for many months, and look, the clues were there, his feelings for her, but there was no way of knowing, because he would say, like, to a special woman that means a lot to me. And again, this affair only lasted 2 weeks and a half, but still, he must have started developing feelings for her a while back, because those were pretty far back. But everybody, even my son, said this wasn't just a recent thing. This, the actual affair. Okay. So all of a sudden, after I found out the affair, I had him on Facebook, he's starting to make comments on her stuff. And I'm thinking that's weird. For one thing, I mean, you would think that he wouldn't want to make a comment on anything. That way he could establish a good friendship, because I'll feel secure because he's not intruding any. Okay? But here he is making comments and stuff. And he was saying something about, if you have any more problems on something, just let me know. And I wrote, we can handle it. Okay. So anyway, then my wife had to get some cigarettes, and she had left. And I knew that she was going to either call him or text him when she left. I knew. I'm not stupid. I know people. I know patterns. So anyway, then she come back, and everything was fine. I didn't say nothing about it. But anyway, it was probably 30 minutes later or 45 minutes later. He was no longer on my Facebook. He was no longer on her Facebook. So then I said, I waited a little bit longer, and then I said to her, did you text him or call him when you left to go get cigarettes? And she goes, yeah. I said, well, he's not on our Facebook anymore. And she said, really? And she looked and all that, and she goes, well, I didn't think he was going to do it today. I said, you knew he was going to do that, didn't you? And she said, yeah. I said, well, why? Why did he do that? And she said, because he wants to be able to talk to his friends and family, and he knows that I look at his Facebook, and he knows that even if he writes on her Facebook, that I can see through there. And she told him, yeah, he looks at your page a lot. So I said, well, don't you think he probably wants to talk about you and stuff like that? And he knows that we can see everything. Lately, he's been making comments, even before I added him on Facebook, and then he'll delete them. In the past, he never deleted nothing. They were about, the day after I found out about the affair, met him at the park, the next day, he wrote on there, well, I just had the worst day of my entire life. Thank God that's over. Okay? But that comment disappeared later. Like hours later, he just deleted it. Or the one where he goes, an old fool, the old saying, an old fool is always a fool, or something like that. I forgot what the words are now. But anyway, he deleted that too. He deleted all that stuff, okay? He hasn't really maintained anything on his Facebook. So, but he's always been polite, like he'd make comments on my stuff. Keep up the great job, great work and all that. Because I was, showing my love for her on Facebook like I always do. So I started thinking, what would be the reason why he really did this? Okay? There's a couple things. And if you have any ideas, let me know. But if it's something I haven't thought of. But one, here I am, taking pictures like I usually do of us kissing, holding hands. I just took one yesterday. We bought some shirts with our pictures on the back of us and matching shirts, and we took those pictures, and I used them for my cover picture. Seeing that kind of stuff, that love and all that, when he wants to be able to be with her, would, I'm sure, hurt his stomach, hurt his mind. Number two, it could be because he's hoping that I'll fail and then it won't take long, and he's seeing that I'm not. I also made yesterday, I made a video on one of my other YouTube channels of singing a song, Always on My Mind by Willie Nelson. And I put that on Facebook for everybody to see. That wasn't easy, because I am kind of shy when it comes to that. And I did that because I love her. But then, you know, I'm sure he looked at that and said, wow, this guy is not failing. This is not going the way I'm hoping to go. Okay, so that might be because of that. Number 3, it could be because he does not want to make a mistake and show any clues of anything. He knows that I profile people because people had to tell him, and so therefore I know he checks my page just like I was checking it. Now he didn't before I added him because my security was high, but I know he looks at everything before that or after that, after I added him. But I'm also sure that he looked at Chelsea's page all the time too. Okay, and yeah. So he doesn't want to leave me any clues of anything. And that kind of sucks because I really, to be honest, I'd rather him just kept me and then, you know, don't make no comments on her page and all that. But I could have tell by what he's doing, you know, any notes he makes or anything, and now I can't see anything. That kind of sucks. But there's other ways of finding out if anything. If I find out she's ever cheated on me again, it's done, believe me. And I'm not going to cry and throw a fit and all that because it's not worth it. If a person cheats on you twice, that will kill my love completely. And believe me, I'm not going to sit here and be sorrow about it. I will try to find somebody else out there that will treat me with respect and do what they should be doing in a relationship. Okay? So it could be because of that. It also could be because he wants to talk about his situation, and I'll know by what he's talking about if he's backing off or not, you know. And so, come on. It would make you very uncomfortable, wouldn't it? So she says that's what he said. You know, it was that he wants to talk about regular stuff with his friends and family, but he knows I look at his page. I don't believe that story. Okay, I don't believe the story. But I started thinking that maybe it was also maybe Chelsea told him that I look at his page all the time, and he decided, you know, that made him feel very uncomfortable. So, but why wouldn't I not? You know what I mean? You intrude your life in my marriage. I did not do that to you. So, of course, I'm going to be looking. Anybody would. All right, so you guys let me know what you think, okay? That's the weirdest thing, you know. Added me and only lasted a couple of days. You guys have a good one. Take care. And I'm sorry the video is so long. And God bless.